If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The internet can be a scary place to work on overcoming shyness. You tend to spend a lot of time reading horrible advice from people who haven't actually dealt with shyness or social anxiety at all. This means a lot of just get over it and having your situation compared to somebody else's. Shyness doesn't work that way. The just get over it mentality massive compounds the issue, training the lower levels of your brain that you actually should be shy, and timeframes for dealing with shyness vary pretty widely. I speak from experience here. I spent years wasting away my life watching people around me have a social and dating life. I regret how long it took me to improve things for myself, but when I eventually did, it was because I learned from someone who actually knew what they were talking about. I started with this //moldita.com/overcome shine. I won't tell you how to live your life, just don't do what I did and waste years away alone. If you don't have a nice circle of friends that are fun and who also encourage you to get ahead in life, then you're either shy about meeting and making friends, or you're not exactly sure about how to do it. On the other hand, perhaps you're already trying to meet new people, but you're getting the results you want, because you're not using the best strategies that could easily bring great people into your life. If you want to beat your shyness by learning to build confidence, it can take you a long time, because shyness is deeply wired into your emotions. When you ask the average person what they do to meet new friends, they often tell you that they leave it to chance, and that you can't really control these things. However, when you look at their social life, you find that they're not happy with the few poor friendships they have. If you're shy or don't have a lot of social experience, don't go make friends with people who are 1,000 times more socially apt than you are. Instead, you can find great people who are soft-spoken, introverted, who would love to make friends with you. Moreover, because you'll be hanging out with cool, interesting, introverted people, there is no risk of embarrassment if you make a mistake. It's okay if you make mistakes, because that's what helps you to learn. There are certain behaviors that make some people more attractive to friends than others. It's not just luck. There are things that these wanted people do that makes everyone wants to spend time with him or her. And it's not about money or looks. But if you want to really master this, to a point where you have a nice circle of highly interesting and fun people, that not only are incredibly fun, but also support and listen to you, then I recommend that you start setting up your action plan to meet new friends. But unlike money, you can't make more. You can, however, maximize each and every second you spend. Lifehack's mission is to help you make enormous gains with the limited time you have. With the insights we provide, your seconds can be worth hours, and days can be worth years in value. Source //lifehack.org/articles. From personal experience as well as from working with countless coaching clients, I have seen time after time that the worry only stops once you shift your focus away from yourself and your self-assigned shortcomings and onto the person you are conversing with. Personally, shyness ruined most of my 20s, but the man who really turned my life around was Sean. How to Overcome Shyness, the Ultimate 3-Step Guide. Moldita. The internet can be a scary place to work on overcoming shyness. You tend to spend a lot of time reading horrible advice from people who haven't actually dealt with shyness or social anxiety at all. This means a lot of just get over it and having your situation compared to somebody else's. Shyness doesn't work that way. The just get over it mentality massive compounds the issue, training the lower levels of your brain that you actually should be shy, and timeframes for dealing with shyness vary pretty widely. Don't try to stop it. Who cares if you are quiet? If you let them do most of the talking, the majority of people will think they had an amazing conversation. Worrying about whether someone thinks of you as shy will only intensify the anxiety and distract you from active listening. And who says shy and introverted is bad? Psychologist Carl Jung said, "What you resist not only persists, but will grow in size." From personal experience as well as from working with countless coaching clients, I have seen time after time that the worry only stops once you shift your focus away from yourself and your self-assigned shortcomings and onto the person you are conversing with. Distraction is the best antidote for anxiety. And in a conversation you can easily distract yourself by trying to listen without thinking of the next clever thing to say. Firstly, being shy and quiet are not the same thing. Quite the contrary, being shy is not being comfortable around people. Being quiet is, well, being quiet. Being talkative and not quiet is not necessarily the path to social glory. The idea that you need to always have your mouth open with interesting and personable stories pouring out is, mostly, a Hollywood trope. Over the course of countless movies featuring lead actors sprouting witty one-liners and fascinating stories, people everywhere are convinced that you need to say interesting things all the time to get someone to like you. Not true. Most people really want someone to listen to them. If you are perpetually thinking of the next thing to say, people will subconsciously conclude that you do not like taking to them. They will not feel heard and understood. Being quiet can actually work in your favor. If you dampen your shyness somewhat, be open to approaching people, asking interesting questions and shut up while they are talking. People will remember the one person at that party they actually felt like talking to because you made them feel good about their stories about their sucky or wonderful job or the time they went skiing and crashed into a tree, or had a good time. There is nothing wrong for being quiet and shy when you meet a new person. To my opinion, it means that you need time to observe or to get really know a person before you can get into that person. However, what you must practice is to reduce the period of time for being shy and quiet. I mean, you can observe, but as you older you must practice to observe by asking question. On the other word is by being active, not only in observing what happened. Hope it helps. Defend your ground. Do not think of what the other mind is thinking or how it would behave. Have a simple conversation with the other person without beauty getting in the way or anything, not even your own mind. Defend your ground. Period.